SML, we are live for SML Live. I'm Primetime 000, joined by the Mad Bomber. How's it going, brother?
Oh, good. I'm looking forward to this one. These two had some fireworks a few cycles ago, and looking forward to this.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know it, but QB Stud and Dan are kind of the rivalry that never was almost. They actually hated each other
Yeah, I mean, at one point, I think QB said he didn't even want to play him. So,
ever again. That's,
and here we are. Now they're playing. So
yeah,
I'm excited for this one.
now they're playing. So, looking forward to this matchup. Obviously, Dan's the reigning Super Bowl champion. QB Studs won some big games this cycle. He's 5-1. Obviously, I think you're going to talk a little bit about his season, but overall, let's look at Dan first. The 49ers 7-0, Super Bowl champions. No Super Bowl hangover. He's got some quality wins. One over you, one over QP, and he's beat people like Meats and Doink and stuff like that. So not a bad start to his season.
Yeah, he's done really well. And it's not like any games have been close except that week one game against Doink. And week one, anything can happen. Everybody, well, I say anything, but I guess he's not really coming off of much of a layover since he had the Super Bowl. But um, that was really his only close game, and he's looked good every game this season. So I'm excited to see what he does against QB.
Yeah, Dan, third scoring offense, third scoring defense, really just putting it together. And something interesting though, and I do want to note this: Faz kind of blasts Dan's running game, says he runs all the time. 21st rush yard offense in the league, just kind of middle of the road when it comes to yards in general, I guess. So it's just interesting.
Yeah, not actually as run heavy as people think. And even when you look at his passing game, his top two receivers, going by both yards and receptions, they're both receivers.
Yeah,
Quandre James and Debo Samuel, his top two guys. Then it's Kittle. He does have Saquon Barkley with 25 catches, but only 180 yards. So he's not
yeah.
doing a lot of damage through the air with Barkley. It's Samuel and Quandre James.
Yeah, and now let's go ahead and look at QB Stud, polarizing member in the league. 5-1 Denver Broncos, number 2 scoring offense, and the number 9 scoring defense. QB Stud 5-1 record. One loss to Matt. What do you think about QB season so far?
I think he's had a pretty easy schedule. Dump, Clink, and Monty all kind of underachieving this season, and yet to kind of find their stride. Noel's got a good record, but he doesn't have a win over QB. And then and two-step is two-step. So this is kind of really the first test since Matt that we're going to see from QB. And if it goes just like the Matt game, then maybe we're just seeing a weak schedule early for QB, and we'll see him fall back to kind of where he's at normally.
And I respect Matt, by the way. So heading into this game, again, 49ers, Denver Broncos, QB Stud versus Dan. Who do you think is going to win this game?
I think it's going to be Dan. I think it's going to be Dan in a runaway. Dan's really good at taking away the one thing you like to do, and I feel like QB, as much as he likes to say he changes things up, he's pretty much a creature of habit, and if you figure out what those habits are, you can take them away. And I don't think anybody's better in the league at doing that than Dan.
Yeah, no, I think that Dan's going to win this game, but I actually think it's going to be close. I think that QB wants this game, and this is under the light. I know he's won some playoff games now, and he's won some games, but this is his first true under the lights moment, and I think he wants this bad. So I think it's going to be close, but Dan's just a better player. Dan's won. He's a champion for a reason. He's going to win this football game. But
yeah, I think you can want in one hand, shit in the other, and see which gets filled first.
yeah, that's true. Looking at the standings though in the NFC, it looks like Dan. I mean, he's up at least 2.5 games on the rest of the competition. I mean, is Dan just going to pretty much walk into the number 1 seed this year?
I think he is. I think he's not only got a really good team, but he's also figured out the game right now, and I think everybody's just kind of trying to play catch up. And at least for the regular season, I think he's just going to kind of walk through the rest of it and should lock up that number 1 seed fairly easy. He's already got one win over QP. He's got one more game against him in week 15, But after QB here, he's got KJ, Fig, Coop, Fins, Paulie, who we don't know what he's doing, and then QP, and then finishes up with DW, KJ, and Monty.
Wow.
Not exactly a tough schedule to end. He's already got, like you said, 2.5 game lead.
Yeah. Undefeated watch for old Dan. QB stud 5-1. His division going to be tied, obviously. Matt's 6-1. So a loss here kind of puts QB stud behind the 8 ball there. Looking at the AFC, I don't see a way where QB doesn't make the playoffs. It's just kind of where at this point. Do you think, how long before you eclipse Death Wish in the AFC East there?
I think it'll be a couple weeks. I don't have the easiest schedule coming up. I do have QB actually next week, and then it lightens up a little bit with NYT, Fig, but then it's right back to QP. So I think it'll be a couple weeks. Deathwish kind of looked like he was struggling against Paulie. So he's coming off 2 losses, I believe. He lost to Paulie, and then he lost to where is it? Paulie, and then he lost to QP. Now he's got Baz, Matt. By the end of week 11, I think I'll have passed him.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. And I see RD's in chat. What's up, RD? Let's look at your schedule. Oh, I see 3 losses, 2 of them to the Colts. Very nice, RD. Yeah, guys, we're just moments away from kickoff of the 49ers and the Broncos. Again, Dan versus QB. Faz is actually out. He organized this show, and by the second week, he's already called off. And so Bomber stepped in.
Yeah, that tends to happen every once in a while in the SML. Guys start a show, and then a weekly commitment is tough, especially when you lock it down to one day.
Yeah, yeah, it is. So, and we told the guys they can go ahead and if they wanted to, they can get this game on the road. So we're just moments away from kickoff. What's your score prediction? I know you said it's going to be a bit of a rout, maybe. Well, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be 35-24, and he lost connection. I bet he was sitting in CFM.
He probably was. Or QB stud was, one of the two. Yeah, there's a bit of a connection error for both players. But don't worry. I'm sure EA has it completely under control. No worries at all. So yeah, I'm gonna say this score is gonna be 28-24. Fourth quarter, QB stud with the ball with the chance to beat Dan, and he tries a seam route in the red zone and throws an interception.
Yeah, I think Dan's gonna be all over those seam routes.
All right. Yeah, I agree. Actually, Dan's gonna jump it. So here we go. We're transitioning to the game right now, boys. It is time for the main event. Emotional.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, the only thing that's gonna be better than this game is the chat afterwards, because I think either way it's gonna be pretty exciting in chat.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit, as some might say. As we are in the Mile High Stadium, the Denver Air, thin air. Some guy's stamina might be messed up. Regardless, it's time for football. And Bomber actually subscribes. Well, shout out to Bomber.
All right, here we go.
Kick is in the air. 49ers getting the ball. What do you think? What's your guess on Dan's first play? You got to close your eyes.
I think it's gonna be play action. I think there's so much in the narrative about Dan and running and this coward ball or whatever Faz calls it. But I think he's gonna kind of lean into that and maybe see if he can get QB to bite on a play action here.
Here we go. The 49ers at the Denver Broncos. Dan versus QB stud. The rivalry that wasn't is now renewed. First play, Trey Lance lining up out of the shotgun. What does Dan have up his sleeve here? Looks like he might be taking a shot. Here we go.
Yeah.
He throws the drag route. And nice hit there. Gain of 5.
Okay, no play action. I would have liked to see him kind of see if he can throw QB off there, but he comes out. He's got so many weapons there for Trey Lance, and he uses them right there.
Yeah, Dan really likes George Kittle. He had him last cycle, I think. He somehow got him picked up. Didn't do anything with him.
Yeah, he ended up signing him to go with Pitts. And
hey, there's your play action.
yeah, there it is.
He's running, and he gets hit, And yeah, that was bottled up very well by QB.
Yeah, I would like to see that on first down, but I think the defense plays these running quarterbacks a lot better. I mean, up the
They
middle
do.
seems to be the way to go, but you can see there the defense got off the blocks and took him down.
Yeah, QB had that bottled up. Dan looking to throw again. He has R1. Nice read. Nice step up in the pocket there. Good play. Looks like QB had a quarterback spy on.
Yeah, again, he tried to go up the middle and it was covered, but he was able to get it to James.
Yeah, that was well played. Just a quick drag route, tough to cover with man-to-man coverage like that.
And I think he's really going to start to frustrate QB if he keeps
Yeah,
moving around with Lance.
that's a good
And
point.
QB may try to kind of reciprocate with Russell Wilson and get himself in trouble.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. As Dan kind of runs right into the blitz there, halfback dive. He's got Saquon Barkley. That was a big trade. I think season 1 it was. And Saquon's been a great addition for him.
Yeah, I'd say he definitely ended up winning that trade. Tiny already getting rid of Elijah Mitchell and moved on to a rookie running back. So Saquon, huge piece for this offense.
He is. As Dan goes to the zig route, that's a route that a lot of people run. Sometimes criticized, but you know what? A little lesson there. If you don't like when people run zig routes, just call a hard flat, and it's gonna get covered every time.
Yeah, I think it's one of those routes everybody likes to call because they can. They're used to it. It's a familiarity, a comfort thing. But it is something you can take away. I think actually this year they've done a really good job of making it where there's not too much to exploit.
Right. Yeah, a lot of the routes are you can guard them. As Dan's coming out of the little seam drag combo here, let's see what he picks. He throws a seam right open. George Kittle breaking a tackle. I thought he fumbled, but he didn't. He's down at the 25.
Yeah, and I didn't notice if he did it earlier, but Dan is one of those guys that kind of subscribes to that run in conservative mode.
Mm-hmm.
And watching Kittle break those tackles, I don't know if it matters if he's on conservative or not.
Yeah, probably. The way EA has it, if you are on conservative, is actually probably aggressive.
Yeah.
Lance under the center. He's handing it off to Saquon. He's bottled up again. Saquon really nothing in 2 rushes.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to see Dan some of the play action here. That's the second time I watched QB's user, and as soon as he snaps the ball, he's immediately running in. If he could just find a way to get it over top of him, I think he could get him here.
Not a lot of creativity from Dan on first down.
No.
Let's see, QB backing off on that left side. Dan looking to throw. Well covered by QB. Dan again stepping up the middle, and this time he gets a few yards, but it's going to be third down.
Yeah, he gets brought down, and still the defensive line covers that run really well.
Yeah.
Last year, if that was a run play, he's probably gone for 20 yards.
Yeah. QB, his user, it seems like QB knows what's going on. I think he's studied because I've watched a few times now where he's transitioning well on these routes.
Yeah, he did a really good job taking that one away from the crosser there, and I think that was what Dan wanted.
Yeah, so 3rd and 4. If you're Dan, you can run it. You can go an RPO here. This is kind of popular. Do a lot of stuff. And he's going to go ahead and hand it off. And he's going to be tackled short. We got a 4th down.
Yeah, not a fan of that. Just with the look that he had, and then he hasn't really run the ball very well. I don't think he's gotten 3 yards on a carry yet.
Yeah.
So to come out and try and do that, I don't know. I didn't really like that play.
Yeah, Dan lacking a lot of creativity this drive, but he's inside the 20-yard line. Big 4th down. This is how you get inside the head of QB. You convert your 4th downs. You get long drives, and you just kind of chop away at his will.
Yeah, and I think the way he's played defense and really offensively this year, I think he feels confident that this drive isn't going to make or break anything, but you can really get in his head.
Oh, bad read, intercepted. Bad read by Dan. That's picked off by, I think that's Sertan.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think he had the zig route on the left.
Check out, we're going to show the instant replay. I don't know if you have another screen bomber, but check out the running back here. R1. We're going to watch the replay one more time here. R1 wide open, and to your point, the zig route. Both underneath routes open. Dan chose to go deep, and it was intercepted.
Yeah, I think that was one where he kind of looked at the defense pre-snap, decided what he wanted to do, and he may not have even looked anywhere else.
Wow. So now we got Russell Wilson from his 7, handing it off. and we got an injury.
Dylan Wilkerson. It looks like it's one of the Broncos, of course, on a running play. Probably, I think it's one of his receivers, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
Look
don't
up
know
who
who that is.
Wilkerson is. He might be a receiver since it was a run play,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what it is. That's his 99 speed wide receiver.
Oh, 99 speed, you
Yep,
say?
of course, gone on a run play.
Well, that'll get him. So, what's QB got up his sleeve here? He's going to go ahead and he's going to play fake. He's got the, yep, he hits it. It's Jerry Jeudy, and Jerry Jeudy goes down at the 29-yard line. So, Russell Wilson going PA his first throw.
Yeah, I like that play call by QB, especially after seeing Dan run with Trey Lance. I mean, to me, that means Dan's watching the run of the quarterback as well,
Yeah.
and I like the way he used Wilson there.
Yeah, I like that play. That's actually not a bad play. Pistol. This is kind of a popular formation, I've noticed.
Yeah, a lot of pistol this year. I think because of the way the zero blitzes are working.
Yeah. And he goes power O. Nice little 5-yard gain there. Probably our longest run of the day.
Yeah, I think it's easily the longest run so far, if you don't count Trey Lance taking off running.
Yeah. So 2nd and 5, QB stud going to the gun wing stack formation. Another interesting formation. QB, the one thing about him is he'll call a bunch of crazy formations.
Yeah, and the couple times I've played him this year, I haven't seen him play a lot under center, so starts to get a little predictable, especially in the run game. See if Dan can take advantage.
Yeah, and that was a very quick read. Just got it out. He must have saw the blitz or something.
Yeah, I think he doesn't really seem to like the blitzes this year, and I think he anticipates them a lot more than they're there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Is it just me or if blitz has slowed down a little bit? Like it seems like they don't get there quite as quick.
Yeah, I think pass rush as a whole seems to have
Yeah.
slowed down, at least on my end when I'm not passing.
Yeah. So what's Russell Wilson going to do here? 3rd and inches. He's going to hand it off. Oh, it's close, and he
Looks
gets
like
the
he got
first
it.
down. Hey, 0-0 to end the first.
Yeah, so a close game. QB obviously driving, hasn't really had the ball much. But Dan went down the field with no real issues until he got into the red zone. So that could be something to watch, is that Bronco defense against the 49er offense.
One thing when these guys who are very prepared and want to win, they're probably going to play good defense. And, I mean, Dan had to earn every yard that drive, and QB Studs ran quite a few plays already, and he's not even to his 40-yard line yet. I mean, both guys haven't earned it.
Yeah, I think when you have some of the guys that pay a little more attention and study a little more, they're going to take away your big plays.
Yeah.
And you're kind of forced to death by 1,000 paper cuts. They're going to make you be right a lot, trying to work your way down the field.
Yeah, tons of 3rd downs, and it's tough. It's just tough to be consistent on 3rd down. 2nd and 9. I want to see QB take a shot down the field.
Yeah, he had another run, and it was just another short 1-yard gain. So both teams kind of locking down on the run game.
Dan going press man. This could be his chance. Here we go. Russ looking to throw. He gets popped as he throws.
He's got a guy.
He's got him. It's caught. He's inside the 1-yard line. Russell Wilson dropping a dime.
Yeah, and that's his 99 speed guy. Wasn't out with the injury. Gets down to the 1-yard line.
Wow. That was a late. Why would Dan press that guy?
Yeah, and then he moved the safety out of the way. I don't know if he didn't know that was the 99 speed guy, or he just thought he could lock him down.
Yeah, that's bad. QB likes to throw it. He'll throw it more than anybody from the goal line. And he touchdown. I thought Dan was going to jump that.
A big start for QB. Comes away with the interception, then drives right down. Big play touchdown.
Phew. Yeah, QB will throw a lot from the goal line. More than anybody I've seen. 7-0. Dan's got to answer. Are we on an upset alert?
Yeah, I think it's still plenty early. Like I said, Dan drove right down the field with no issues. So if he can just avoid that mistake, we could be looking at a different score here.
Yeah. Um, so Dan getting the ball here. 5 minutes to go. Both teams have held the ball one time, and the whole first quarter is gone, and we're already lost a minute or two of the second.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be one of those games where maybe you don't have a lot of possessions, so you got to make them count. And QB done that so far.
So if you're Dan, you've ran it 2 or 3 times. You were stuffed quite a bit, actually. I would hate to see another first down run.
Yeah, I think if you're Dan though, you just need to settle down and realize how well you did on that first drive, minus the one play, and don't get too down on yourself. And
That was a nice patient throw.
yeah, it seemed like he had forever.
A lot of time. That was patient. He just stood there and just threw a strike. I mean, that was a nice throw.
Yeah, 4-man rush. Nobody got anywhere close to Trey Lance, and he just waited for that to come open and put it right on a dime.
So the biggest, if you guys are just tuning in, the biggest swing of this game, Dan had the ball inside the 20-yard line, went for it on 4th and inches, and just threw a dumb throw. QB scores that drive, and now Dan's trying to answer. Is Dan's going to hand off an inside zone, and guess what? That's stuffed.
Yeah, I think he's got the conservative on it. I think that's maybe where conservative kind of hurts you, because if he could have juked outside with Barkley, maybe he doesn't run into his blocker and picks up a few, but conservative kind of locks you into that running lane, and you're not going too far out of it.
Yeah, I'm not a big runner on conservative kind of guy, but looks like Dan might be trying to take a shot here.
Again, lots of time dangerous throws.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I think he got a little lucky there.
Yeah, this is not. We talked before kickoff. Sometimes Dan has a poor passing game, and Dan has not looked well passing.
No, he's definitely prone to make a couple bad throws, especially if you get him in a situation like this where he's kind of pressing. You see that zig route on the left again, but this time it's covered.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Goes back to the seam, and that was a tight window, but a good ball by Lance.
That's almost identical to what he just got picked off on. He had the zig route to the left. He had the seam up the middle. He threw it again, and against Surtain almost jumped it.
Tight windows, we're talking. Tight windows. Fellas, who do you guys, we want to see in the comments who you guys think is going to win. I see Paulie's in chat, Coach P. Fins had already said 35-17 Dan. So I see the guys in chat. Looks like Dan might be going to a pass. I like this play call.
Oh,
jeez. Bad throw.
that hurts. Especially when you have a superstar quarterback and he still does that.
Yeah, that's bad. He made the right read. Yeah, that sucks. But hey, that's the nature of the game. How will Dan answer?
I'm interested to see what he does here. He's using that pistol offense as well. It looks like he's going to run with it this time.
Can he get something in the run game? He hands it off to Saquon, and he just gets nothing. I mean, 5 rushes for 6 yards.
Yeah, he just can't get anything going on the ground. I don't know why. He must have a really good pass blocking offensive line, because nobody's getting to Trey Lance. But
yeah,
as soon as it comes time to run the ball, he can't get anything.
Yeah, QB is just bottling that stuff up. Here we go. 3rd and 7. Big third down for Dan. Got to find a way to keep this drive going.
And there it is, Kittle again.
You
could see that pre-play lining up where there was nobody over Kittle, and he likes to send him on those seams.
Yeah, this is like the 3rd seam route by Kittle we've seen, and Dan is seaming QB, who is known as a seamer.
Yeah, he's kind of beating him with his own game.
This is a mind game.
Got to think RPO here, right? Or a
stretch.
Looks like it's not going to run an RPO.
Yeah, Dan loves that left stretch out of the single back ace and by the goal line.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
EA steps in and says, no, not today.
That's frustrating for Dan, who has not ran the ball well. That was a great, nice, big hole, and now he's going to have to find a way to throw. And that's tough. It's tough to convert in the red zone and inside the goal line this year.
Yeah, backing him up to the 12 may actually helped if he hadn't run that in.
Yeah.
because it gives him a little more space.
He hands it off. Big hit. Holy cow.
Yeah, Barkley just doubled his run total on one carry though.
Yeah. It looks like maybe this Broncos defense starting to wear down. Back to single back
Here it
ace.
comes. Here comes that stretch.
He's gonna audible it to a dive. Hand off.
There it is.
Nice run there. That was a good run.
Worked out, and I wonder if this is kind of a preview of what we're going to see the rest of the game if he's starting to get that running game going. So that's 2 back-to-back runs where he had
Nice kick.
nice yardage.
Yeah, he did. And the kick is good. That's going to be a game changer if we're going to start seeing nice kicks.
Yeah. I don't know if that's I don't think that's part of Denver's. It may be.
No, I don't think so. Well, that was a good drive by Dan, and that's a veteran savvy move there. Sticking with the run game when it hasn't been working. A lot of people get pass happy and throw a pick. Dan, not so much.
Yeah, it looks like it, and it's iced out, which means if Dan can get the momentum back, he can get that not only off of his kicker but onto QBs.
Watch the post here. If he's a passing it, it's a run. 2-minute warning. Wow, man, this game is kind of. I mean, this is QB's second possession of the game, and he's getting it at the 2-minute warning in the second quarter.
Yeah, and after each team kind of got stuffed running, we've seen Dan pick up the pace with his running game, and now QB on the first carry gets 7 yards. So maybe they're kind of backing off of the run game here.
Watch the flood.
Oh, he's got him.
Oh, Dan, what are you doing, my friend? Oh, what the heck was that? We're going to have to check out this replay.
Wow.
What did Dan do with his user there? We're watching the replay. Dan just, he like went down, fat fingered or something. Wow. 3rd and 3. Looking to throws, Russ. Oh! He dropped it.
Wow. I thought that was a really nice free form there to kind of lead him away from the defender.
That was.
And then upfield, and he just kind of couldn't hold on to it. Which that's kind of the issue with some of these guys thinking you can just grab any fast guy and make him a receiver. He's only 71 overall. He's not exactly a star guy. He's just normal dev.
Yeah.
And his catching 82 and 74 in traffic. But
yeah,
obviously there it hurt him.
Well, and you wonder on that deep throw the QB threw if he free-formed it up too far and maybe that caused the overthrow.
Yeah.
Here we go now. Dan has a chance to take the lead. It's a handoff. And Saquon just kind of bumbling his way forward, gets 3 yards.
That seemed like the longest 3 yards ever.
Yeah, it seemed like he was really far back when he took that handoff.
It doesn't look like he's in any rush here. Minute 26, just kind of taking off the clock. All 3 timeouts, and he's just content to slowly move his way down the field.
Here we go. Lance looking. Quick check down. Barkley gets the first down. So
surprised we're not seeing a timeout here.
Yeah, you think he might take one. He's probably gonna wait till after this play. He's thinking, man, Dan's just it's just lulls you to sleep, man. You're not thinking much is happening, but then you look and he got the ball and he's driving again. Here we go.
Not sure. Oh,
man, that was tight.
Yeah, and he got that throw out of sack, and those you just never know where that ball's gonna go. It could go into the ground or it could go directly at a defender, and he was fortunate there.
52 seconds, 3 timeouts, plenty of time.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be in any rush. I don't know if maybe he's playing for the field goal. Doesn't want to force anything.
Oh, is he gonna run it here?
It looks like that's what he checked into.
Yeah, he's gonna run it. I think he missed the hole.
And not with Barkley either. I think if he just continued to the left side, I think he would have been all right, but he tried to cut that back.
Yeah, we're watching the replay here. Watch this left guard hole here. I think if he sticks to what the play design was, he had a better chance of following Barkley, but he instead cut it back. I don't like that.
Yeah, I think he gets a lot of guys in trouble trying to cut back to take that bigger
bigger
gain.
Oh, he's going to get hit. What happened? First down. Whoa.
First 22 seconds. And now he uses his first timeout, but only 22 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah,
So
lost
he's
a
burned
lot of time.
lot
Lost a lot of
clock here.
time. So now you got to play for a field goal.
Yeah, I think he got intercepted forcing one, almost intercepted again on the same play to Kittle. I wouldn't want to force something here as well.
Here we go. You got Barkley. He's going to take it. And Nice made a miss and gets out of bounds.
That was big. I don't know how much I care that he got out of bounds since he still got the 2 timeouts and only 16 seconds.
Yeah.
Might have tried to see if he could catch QB thinking you're going to the sideline and cut it back inside, but that conservative Perry may have made that impossible.
Yeah. QB went for the big hit there, too, and he missed, and that really caused that play to happen. Looks like Dan filtering through. Is he going to run it here? He's really playing this conservatively.
Yeah, it looks like he's just trying to get into field goal range comfortably.
Nice run.
He's got the momentum backed off of iced kicker, so he should be okay with that.
Yeah. Now you can take a calculated shot down the field here. You're at the 31. You could take a shot downfield if you want.
Yeah, he plays it safe.
This is conservative.
I don't know. If you're going to do that, why not just take a knee?
Yeah, that was a conservative play call. Dan, very conservative this game.
Yeah, I almost wonder if those two bad throws, the one where he was intercepted and the one where he was almost intercepted, if those are kind of in his head a little bit where he's thinking he needs to play a little more conservative.
Yeah. And QB known to block a kick or two. This could be big. No animation. The kick is true.
Right down the middle. And that drive was big because it got the momentum away from that iced kicker and allowed him to get that kick easily.
The good news for QB Stud is he gets the ball and he has a chance to take the lead. Dan played that conservatively, and that could come back to bite him. I mean, he had a chance to drive down and get a touchdown.
Yeah, I think that maybe speaks to the confidence he has in his defense. Now, whether that's warranted the way he started this first half, I don't know, but I think he feels pretty confident in his defense.
So QB Stud's going to go ahead and let this bounce. If I'm QB, I'm going to try catching Dan sleeping here. I'm going to go like a heavy formation and try a PA shot down the field.
Yeah, we've seen him kind of pull his user out of the play twice. He seems more than happy to put his guys in man-to-man single coverage on a 99 speed guy, which is really, if it wasn't for that overthrow, would have been a second touchdown.
Yeah.
So I think if I'm QB, I'm kind of zeroing in on that, and I'm going to take advantage of it.
Let's see what Dan's got. He's pressing him again. Let's see if Dan will bait him. Oh my God, he's got. Oh, never mind.
He might have him again.
He throws it. Oh, wrong.
And
oh, he caught it. Touchdown. What a throw.
And that's Cameron Dunlap. He's a 97 speed, 21-year-old. Not sure what.
Dan says.
Dan's going to look to see who the hell's doing
He's like,
that,
I've had enough, he says.
Yeah. Yeah, he's looking at his speed right now, trying to see what the hell's going on.
And this is.
Dan doesn't have fast corners.
Let's talk about this for a second. Dan prides himself in preparation and knowing what's going on with the team. How do you just now checking that?
Yeah, that makes no sense to me that he's just now checking that. And it's not like it's out of nowhere. Dunlap is the leading receiver for the Broncos. Not the most catches. He's got 15. Leader is Alberto with 18. But 525 yards. Next highest is 305. He's got 6 touchdowns. That's his deep guy. Wilkinson only has 5 catches on the year. I don't know if he's been injured a lot or he just doesn't use him. But Dunlap, not out of nowhere. That's a big name for the Broncos, and he just let him run by his defense.
And also, and I'm not trying to be too critical of Dan here, but because I think he can still win this game, obviously. But you just wasted your only pause and shot at a challenge now. You could have gone on Neon on your phone and checked the speed, if that's all you were doing. He didn't even change anything on the depth chart.
Yeah, so he was literally just looking.
I don't know about that. And now Dan trying to take that deep shot down the field, getting sacked. Dan's starting to press a little bit.
Yeah, and the difference is, I mean, you don't have the speed that the QB has. You got a 97 speed guy, but I don't like the kind of falling into where you're trying to copy what he does.
Ooh, he had square.
Yeah, now we're starting to see pressure. He had a guy coming in on him.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice throw, though. Nice patient read.
Almost looked like his foot was out.
Let's see what happens here. 1st and 10. Looks like he's going back to the run. Cuts it back. This is the second time Dan's cut it back.
Yeah, I don't like the cutback all the time, especially on conservative.
Yeah. Yeah, he just kind of ran into his own guy there. 2nd and 11. What does Lance have up his sleeve? Quick pass there to Barkley. Makes the man miss and gets tattooed short of the first down.
Yeah, again, the conservative I think is biting him there. It's tough though because you risk that fumble, and we've seen quite a few fumbles this season. So it's just hurting him for those little extra yards, and now he's stuck on the 3rd and inches.
What will he do? I would have turned the conservative off here. RPO, he's got the circle. He runs it up the middle and gets it.
Yeah, I think that was a run all the way.
Yeah, I agree. Because if you're reading that, the slot was wide open. But regardless, Dan got the first down, and he's moving the ball.
Yeah, and he's not in a bad spot here. If he goes down, he gets a touchdown. He's got a 3-point lead. But it feels worse than it is. And QB's just got him with some big plays. If he can somehow stop those and get out of his own way, I don't think he can feel too bad about where he's at right now. But that's twice we've seen him, or really 3 times we've seen him burn just on speed.
And realistically speaking, QB's only hit 2 passes all game. Other than that, Dan's played a good defense. So if you're Dan, you just say, okay, no more press man with a guy in the middle of the field. You got to play 2-man under if you want to do press man or something where there's a safety on each side.
Yeah, I may just take that out of my playbook for this second half and what's left. Oh,
man, Dan just didn't even see that coming.
No, he was waiting too long, and we've seen it since the first half. There's been a little bit more pressure, it seems.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a stamina thing, but he's gonna have to adjust.
QB is, I don't know, man. He might pull this off. 3rd and 20.
Yeah, he's definitely he's got the momentum right now. If Dan does have to kick a field goal, it's gonna be ice.
Yeah. Take the check down.
Yeah, I mean he has to settle for a short pass on 3rd and 20. He picks up 1 yard.
Oh man. Yeah, you got to settle for a 61-yard field goal. Iced. This could flip field position.
Yeah, I almost contemplate a punt here.
Yeah, and Dan is not known to be the best with stick skills.
No, he's got a fat finger or 2.
Yeah.
I don't even think he can hit it.
No, the wind's against him. You gotta let this ball.
Yeah, you can just see that kick meter right before it went to the iced screen. It looked like it was short underneath the crossbar.
Yeah, and he's gonna delay game this, and
yeah, I think he saw that too.
Probably pretty wise there. Yeah, that would have been a heck of a kick. So QB stud has a chance.
Tough.
Yeah, it is.
He almost should have ran instead of taking that 1 yard gain. Oh, and he kicks it just too far.
Wow, Dan is just not playing a good game right now. This does not look like an undefeated team.
No, I'm surprised because I thought his last 2 games were QP and me, and I thought he looked really good. Maybe I have a little bias there.
Well,
he beat the hell out of me, but
it sure seems like I think he took QB stud for maybe a circle win.
That is possible.
And QB's, I mean, I know you beat him down, and he's been beat down by a few guys, but he's still somebody you have to. I mean, let's call it how it is. It's not like Tiny, I mean, you don't just show up and turn on your PlayStation. I mean, QB, you kind of have to. You have to be there, otherwise you're going to lose.
Yeah, I feel like there's some guys you can probably 99 out of 100 times turn on the PlayStation. You could probably throw 3 interceptions to start the game, and you're still going to win.
Yeah.
QB's not one of those guys, and I think maybe it is something where Dan didn't prepare like he normally does, or thinks he already knows how QB is going to play. Here we see him in man again.
No, he's playing way off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
QB takes advantage of it with the out there.
Dan is lost. This is
Yeah,
interesting.
I think Dan wants to play man, but he realizes he can't press, and I think that's going to take a lot of it. It feels like the majority of the man plays in the playbook all end up with a press,
Yeah,
and if you've got a backup, QB's just going to eat that all day.
yeah. Man, this is interesting development here on SML Live. Is Wilson's back to throw? Oh, big sack though. Dan still at the end of the day, Dan's got a great defense, and that was on third down. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and that's Clowney again. He had Bosa miss, I think, 4 weeks with a torn labrum, and Clowney ends up leading the league in sacks, and he gets one there.
That was a quick 3 and out.
It was. I didn't even realize it was third down.
So Dan got the ball. Only 10 points scored so far, but he has a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, and that drive was kind of exactly what we talked about. He just needs to take away the deep throw. Don't let QB burn you with his speed, and gets the ball back.
So here we go. QB sending a blitz off the edge. Picked up beautifully, and Dan's going to get...
Oh, he does get it. Okay.
Jeez, big hit there.
Another close one, and yeah. And that's where the conservative comes in.
Yeah.
Comes in and saves you. You may miss an extra yard or two, but that could have been a fumble and been big.
Yeah, it's smart.
So yeah, I've switched to conservative the last 2 games.
Oh, really? Any difference?
Yeah, no fumbles.
Oh, wow.
After having, I think it was 9 through 4 games or something like that.
It's bad.
But it really takes away what you can do.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I guess that's the way it should be. I mean, it sounds like something that actually works, kind of.
Yeah, so I'm sure it breaks something else. It probably had to do with the overthrows for QB or something.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, what a play. And he's still running. That's going to be a touchdown. Tight window. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Dan answers back with a big play of his own. Again, another seam, this time with the receiver. And it was another play where it could have been intercepted, though.
Yeah. QB's user was close there. So we're starting to see something. And a lot of people, you know, they didn't think speed mattered. But I think Madden's patched and it's been updated. And speed kind of matters again.
Yeah, I think. And I was one of the ones that didn't think it mattered early. And I kind of didn't really go after speed. And it probably is going to be a mistake. But you can never really count on what Madden's going to be a month from now.
Yeah.
And you almost have to stay balanced because you don't know what's going to end up being the next thing to take over. And it looks like you said, speed clearly in this game has been the difference. Yeah.
That's the thing is you're kind of going blind and you just kind of do what you think is best. And yeah, it's just kind of a crapshoot. And next week it could be patched and maybe break tackle will be the most important attribute for a receiver.
Yeah, we've seen 3 touchdowns so far, and the only one that wasn't just a streak with speed was a 1-yard pass after a long pass to a streak with speed.
Judy's down. He's waving to the cart too.
Yeah, that's a big injury. From what we've seen though, it's been the speed guys. So I think QB will be okay, other than maybe
right post.
Maybe Dan can shift a guy over to one of the fast guys.
Here we go. Let's see if he's going to throw that right post. Oh, it's the right corner. Jeez, what is he doing there?
Yeah, now this is where kind of QB's on the ropes. He got stopped, then he gave up a big touchdown, and now he's starting to get, I think, a little flustered, and you're seeing it in some bad decisions.
Yeah, that was bad. I mean, just predetermined that completely.
Yeah, and I think QB more than anybody in the league is one that's really prone to snowball when things don't go as well. And we could be seeing that.
Yeah, and he'll get a look. So, and if you can kind of disguise it, then you can confuse him, and he'll just kind of throw it off. I'm expecting a deep post at some point out of these tight formations here. I don't know if he's going to run with it here or not, but that right wide receiver, I'm expecting a post from. There it is.
Oh.
And he got picked off. QB stud. He just forced it.
Yeah, I don't know if he thought he was going to throw that deeper, but here he is typing in Discord chat, and there it is. And he says it shouldn't have been a bullet. No, it shouldn't have been, but that's what you threw.
I,
So
you know what? Bullet or not, I don't think that's good completion.
no, I don't think so either.
I mean, that's a long throw. Dan all over it.
Yeah, Dan really in the driver's seat right now too.
Hand off now. Saquon. Oh, tattooed there.
Just
Holding on to the ball.
he's got to have conservative on. There's no way with some of these hits that he hasn't fumbled yet.
These
So
are some big hits.
I mean, and he just ran right at the user. So obviously conservative limits what you can do, and I think we saw it there.
Yeah.
He just had to go forward and hope for the best.
Ooh, interesting. He's going a little jet sweep here.
Yeah, I don't know that I like this, and I think he saw the same thing with that superstar over there on the right.
Let's see if he goes to Kittle again.
Ooh,
Man.
playing with fire there, throwing that.
Yeah, Dan has not looked exactly crisp passing the ball.
No, I mean that's I think 3 now that very easily could have gone the other way.
Windad is back now, though, so he can make a field goal now.
Yep, and we see a third down zig route. He doesn't throw it, but it's way off. Oh man!
Oh, and it was picked too. I didn't think he's gonna pick that.
Wow.
Is that what abilities does number 20 have? I wonder.
I'll have to look him up.
I'm wondering if he's got some sort
20
of.
is Slay. He's got acrobat.
There it is. That forced a bad throw.
Yep. And it opens the door for QB again.
Wow. Right when we wrote him off. QB gonna take a shot here. Oh man, are these guys just
dangerous throw?
Is it just me, or are these guys just forcing these things?
It does feel like it. And maybe that's just more of a testament to their defense of being able to take away some of those things that they're getting easily on other guys.
Well, 5 minutes to go. QB stud down by 3.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. The issue's going to be the further he gets down the field, the less that speed is going to help him out. So
Yeah.
I expect to see a shot at some point here.
Yeah, I agree.
Dan clearly playing off.
They gotta make him earn it. Nice throw.
Yep, there's Dunlap again, and that's his guy that's a step or two slower than Wilkinson, but easily his leading receiver this year.
Yeah, he's done well getting himself some receivers. Russell Wilson, obviously, kind of a big deal, but
yeah, both of those guys normal dev. Neither one of them is
that's good.
even star, but he's getting them to work out.
So 2nd and 12 now for QB stud. That clock really ticking down.
Yeah, I feel like that's the first time we've seen Bosa do anything.
Yeah, Bosa's been quiet.
Hasn't really helped him out in the pass game at all, as QB's been able to kind of sit there and wait for his speed to open up.
Danger Russ out of the gun.
And there's that shot again.
Off his back foot, though. And he got him.
Yeah, and knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time when he was going to try and do it, and you watch. He just gets over the top. Unreal.
Man, Dan, 3 times now, has been beaten on the deep shot and has no answer for it.
And really 4 if you count the one that was overthrown.
And something to note, Dan just spent a first-round draft pick on a fast cornerback, remember?
Yep, Eric Stokes.
So,
Which his 95 speed is slower than both these guys.
yeah. So he is he's really reeling now.
Yeah, it's not going the way I think he'd hoped when he picked up a speed corner. I didn't think he saw himself getting burned deep, but
So here we go. Lance throws, caught. Who is that? Couldn't tell.
Quandary James, I think. Now, that's Dan's speed guy at 97 speed.
So Dan now, he's got plenty of time though. 4 minutes. You can milk this clock and get in the end zone. Handoff. Barkley cuts back again, gets the first down.
Yeah, and he's gonna need a touchdown, but at this point with the iced kicker thing on, you're gonna want a touchdown anyway. So
Yeah. So you got to go 60 yards in 3 minutes. Trey Lance. Let's see what Dan's got up his sleeve. Looks like he's kind of struggling to come up with a play.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him take a shot deep. And I thought he had circle if he just would have waited
Yeah,
just
he did.
split second more.
He had him. Trey Lance, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, but he's got the ball at midfield and a chance to win this game.
Yeah, plenty of time. Sitting in midfield, I don't know if I'd want QB to get the ball back. Oh, I don't like this.
What's that jet sweep stuff?
Yeah, that's a play I don't like running if there's somebody outside of that right tackle or tight end, and it just Simmons comes in and blows it up.
Yeah, that was not pretty. Now Dan's got 2 minutes. He's lost a minute, and it's crazy.
Yeah, watch this scissor route to Barkley.
Here we go. QB sending that blitz out the side. Oh, it's hit. Incomplete.
Oh, he had Barkley too.
Good news for Dan. You got the 2-minute warning, so if you throw it, you can get the clock stopped and come up with another play. But 3rd and long here.
Yeah, 3rd and 13. Don't try to get it all on this play.
Press.
You're obviously going for it. Don't force it.
He's pressing. Let's see if Dan takes advantage. If he's got anybody. Now QB backs up.
Oh my, he's got him.
Oh,
What is he doing?
Oh! Whoa, Dan! What are you doing?
I thought he had that streak.
He did.
Retained back up before the snap and then immediately ran up like he was in a flat.
Yep, that's touchdown. That was a touchdown. You
had to throw it quick because Stearns was moving over there, but he would have had him.
Yeah, you throw it quick. You can even free-form it to the sideline. I make that throw every day, all day.
I don't know what he was looking at.
Yeah, I don't either. That was just a bad read. Dan has not passed the ball well, and QB Stud is salivating because everybody had him written off, and he might come away with a win now.
And no timeout.
Interesting. Is Dan's will broken?
Sure. Yeah, I almost think he's kind of just rolling over and giving up. I don't know why he wouldn't call that timeout there. Maybe he doesn't think he can stop him and he's saving it.
There we go.
He calls it here.
Well, biggest play of the game. This is the game.
Oh, if I'm QB, I might take a shot deep here. But
Dan's selling out.
Yep.
And he is stopped. Now what? I'm going for this if I'm QB.
Yeah, I think I might. Because just the way we've seen the speed kind of turn these into one-play touchdowns, just go for it and end the game.
Yeah, you just got to get 1 yard. And Dan's still got to get a touchdown no matter what, but he kicks a field goal and he gets it.
I mean, you can't fault him for taking
the
points and making it a 7-point game, but
yeah, that was bad. That was a chance to win the game. QB Stud takes his points, gets up a touchdown. Dan choked.
I wonder if the 19-0 QB Stud that won 3 Simbardis, if he would have kicked that or gone for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's lost a step. He's no longer the same killer.
I think he's even in his own head that he knows he's kind of lost the step and maybe isn't as confident he could get that one.
Here we go. 1 timeout, 1 minute to go. Lance got triangle, throws a cross, big hit. Here comes the 49ers though. You got to go quick now.
Yeah, he's running the hurry up.
40 seconds.
He's got QB moving around.
He snaps it. He's looking. He's gonna throw it away. You got to throw it away. You got to get down.
Yeah.
I would have
earned a lot of time there, but he gets on his side or crosses the 50.
Yeah, he got 10 yards. He got 10 yards. I don't know if it was worth it, but
no, and no timeouts left. He just used his last one.
Is this the corner out route play?
Didn't see what he picked.
If it is, QB knows gun
Yeah.
type better than anybody. QB's going to be all over this.
Yeah, I think this play has been run so much that everyone's pretty much over it.
Now watch
You're
this
better
seam
off
route,
running
though.
something different.
All right.
Oh, he's got him.
Oh, he throws it. And QB somehow lets up the only route deep that people are going to throw on
Everyone
that play.
knows that route. Everyone knows the inside guy runs that corner. Or, yeah, the corner.
Dan actually had a touchdown on that play. Circle was wide open.
Yeah, you saw Dan put the outside guy on the left in the zig route. I haven't seen that adjustment before, but maybe I should start doing it.
Aiden
'Cause that
Dogs.
was wide open.
We have a dev league called Primer. Apply simmaddenly.com and we'll take a look at your app and see if we can get you in. Lance looking.
No, what are you doing, Dad?
Oh, get out of bounds. Go.
Oh, he's gonna have to hurry. He wasted
Hold
at
circle.
least 3 or 4 seconds there, just going down.
Oh,
This may be
God,
it.
this is the game. Lance looks to throw. Time ticking down. Throws. Triple coverage.
Did you see? The clock never moved. Once that ball got broken up, the clock stopped it too.
Well, I was wondering.
The ball was still in the air, and it was no
I'm
longer
watching
moving.
my own replay. Yeah, that 2-second mark. Really? So
Got
this is
one
it.
play left.
This is the game. What does Dan have up his sleeve to win this thing?
You got to be thinking it's the tight end in the Sims. But
Well,
where's Kittle?
oh, Kittle's out. Here we go. This
He
is
got
the game.
Sims in the scheme, and he hit him.
Oh, and he got it.
Oh,
Does he go for 2?
oh, QB! I tried to tell you. Guess you weren't watching the stream.
Go for 2, Dan. We don't want to stay up much later.
No Kittle either.
Go for 2. This is SML Live. Will Dan. Oh, he's going to go for 2. We got to
Looks
go
like
for
he might.
2. He's going to go
He's
for
got
the win.
to. If he loses the coin toss,
It's over.
QB could throw 3 seams or 3 streaks, and he's gonna hit one of them.
Here we go. This is the game. 23-24. 0 seconds left on the clock. Trey Lance out of the gun.
I think Trey Lance is gonna run here. I think he's gonna get outside.
Kittle back in the game.
Oh, he doesn't.
He's going to throw, and what's the call? He got it.
He got it.
Oh,
He got it.
What a play.
No time left.
Oh,
Dan hits the 2-point conversion at the goal line.
oh, I didn't think he crossed the plane.
I did not either. I thought he was stopped. I can't believe he threw that.
That was a tight window, dude. QB's got to be
Throws it,
sick.
Holds onto it and gets the good spot. Unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. Guys, that was a classic. What a game.
Yeah, that was everything I hoped it would be.
Yeah, what a game. What a finish. Dan survives. QB stud. What a game. Guys, that was SML Live, a game between the Broncos and the 49ers. SML Live is a show that happens weekly where we do pregame, then we commentate a game. Typically, Faz is supposed to be with me, but he called off, so Bomber graciously stepped in.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoyed the hell out of it. So anytime.
So awesome, man. Well, hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to be following the Sim Man League page. And guys, we're gonna advance soon, so I'm gonna hop off here. Everybody, thanks for watching.